After doing the video yesterday morning, I uploaded the video as normal and published it. And not long after that, the news came out, which basically really rocked the football world. And Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva have been killed in a car accident. It's horrendous, really horrendous news. It puts things into perspective, doesn't it, really? And to be honest, it makes doing this video talking about transfers and etc. and West Ham issues and kits and stuff just totally irrelevant, really, isn't it? In the grand scheme of it, it really is. It's one of those things that happens that just sort of shakes everything to the core and makes you realise what's important. It's one of those reminders, and I just can't believe it. What a talented guy, what a fabulous footballer he was, Jota, and one of those players, to be honest, that I always loved to watch. Even when he was against us, he was just one of those players. I always wished he'd played for us. Do you know what I mean? He was like that sort of special player. I mean, obviously he was well out of our reach, but just a fabulous footballer and so dangerous, so dangerous on the ball and quick-minded. He's just an all-round one of those unique players. Not many like that. Just such a tragic loss. At 28 years old. I mean, God, he was married 11 days before the accident, and young family, baby and stuff. And he was his missus. Been with her since he was a kid. Been like childhood sweethearts. It's a heartbreaking story. It really is. I can't even imagine what his family are going through, and friends and stuff. And obviously thoughts with those people at the moment that are suffering. And it's just unbelievable. It really is. It's one of those stories where it hits you, and then when you hear it again, it hits you again. You can't. I woke up this morning, I thought, I can't believe this actually happened. It's just unbelievable. So I just wanted obviously to touch on that first and say that my thoughts are, to be honest, they really are. They're fully there at the moment. It's hard, isn't it, to break away from it? It's totally there, and with Jota and his family and everybody at Liverpool and obviously the football world, everyone that's affected by it. There's so many people that will be. It's a real terrible thing to happen. So I just wanted to touch on that first before I say anything. About West Ham. First of all, let's talk about the kit. That came out yesterday. It's a weird one, the kit. I've got no real thoughts on it, really. I kind of started off, when I first saw it, I thought, it's not too bad. I suppose it's a bit plain. I don't mind that kind of outside the fashion line, but as I've absorbed it a little bit more, I've realised things I don't really like about it. And there's a couple of things I would say. I don't like the sort of pinstripe collar, the blue collar, and the edge of the sleeves. I wish they'd just made that blue. I think if they'd made that blue, I think it might not look too bad. I think it just looks a bit nothingy, doesn't it? It's like a sort of one of those plain tops you'd get if you went in to say buy a top, I don't know, an Umbro top, and you say I want it in claret. It's kind of, I imagine how close that would be. It's not really much more to it, and I don't like the badge. I really don't like when they keep using the gold hammers and all the colours around. I just wish they'd just done a white badge, and I don't know, there's so much more you could do. Do you know what annoys me more about these things is that you see designs, I think it's Sam WXU on X, Twitter. I don't know if you go and check him out. I'll try and put a link into his profile. He does designs for kits. He does them throughout the season, and he's very, very good at it. And he comes up with so many lovely designs of kits that I want him to look. And I just think, I wish West Ham would just look to him and say, come up with some designs for us, and we'll put them to Umbro or whatever. I think it's the fact it's Umbro's last season as well. I think it's one of them. You kind of go, I think it's time to call it a day now, because it's not like I've got a big problem with it. It's not like I'm fuming over anything like that. It's not a big deal. I think because of West Ham at the moment, the way things are with this season, this summer, it's a nothing thing, isn't it, the kit? I'm not really that fast. I want to make sure West Ham are just in a better shape when we go into the season and we start seeing better football and we start seeing something to be encouraged by. So the kit's not really that much of an issue. I will say, though, I do like the fact they've kept the white shorts and white socks. I did say that in my video. I really didn't want it to be claret and blue shorts and all that stuff. That would have really been annoying. But I don't really have much of a thought on it. I certainly won't be forking out for 75 bloody quid for it, I'll tell you that. 75 quid for a West Ham top. I mean, for a football top. I mean, it's everywhere, isn't it, these prices. How do they get away with it? This feel, doesn't it, this world, like you just feel like you're getting continually exploited at every turn, like, you know what I mean? It's like, if we can try and drag any more money out of these people, we will. 75 quid for a top, I mean, £100 for a kit, it's just wrong, it's so wrong. Because I'll tell you what, right, if you went into an Umbro shop and bought, say, just a plain top of the same material, i.e. to wear down the gym, let's say, you're probably looking at 20 quid. Do you know what I mean? 15, 20 quid. So how they justify 75 quid? I just think it's disgusting. One of those things in the world you just think, it's just wrong, you know, these clubs don't make enough. So anyway, that's another rant for another day. Right, let's talk about West Ham. Let's talk about the transfer situation. We've got Hadji Malick Diouf, who is looking now more likely. I think more on the likely side of signing. I'm not going to get too carried away with it, but the updates have been pretty positive. We had some news out yesterday that sort of came out. It was via on social media, and I think it was from someone within the Czech Republic. I think it was a former player. I don't know the guy himself, but he knows Souček, and I think he's a former Czech footballer. And basically, he put out to it saying, right, the deal's done with West Ham. And Slavia Prague for Diouf, who's a left wing back, young, 20 years old. He's very, very highly rated. What I like about this is that he is deemed West Ham's #1 target for that position. That's who Graham Potter wants and Carl McCauley wants, and West Ham appear to be getting close now to getting that deal done. So that's encouraging, I think, at least. I mean, we are a very fragile fan base at the moment. We're all feeling very vulnerable at the moment and going into the season, and you know, the mood is low. So I feel like getting a deal done for someone that we deem as a top target would be give everyone a certain lift, and I think give a little bit of confidence into which is needed. That we actually, I tell you what, this window might not be too bad if we can get our deals done, get a couple of players out the door that we need to. Obviously, Kudus being the main one now that we want to bring in to fund the transfer window. Then you know what, we might actually get a few deals over the line that we need to get done. If we're going to be bringing in 5 or 6 players this summer, and Potter is saying these are the 5 or 6 I want. I mean, if we can get all those top targets over the line, I start to feel a lot more confident for this season. As I say, I still hold hope that we are going to have a better season than I think many will feel that we possibly will have. I feel like it could be better, but it's down to who we bring in and the mood and see how things are at pre-season, etc. So I think getting Diouf over the line would be a nice boost, a big lift for everyone, and it does appear that that's the case. So the update from ex-WH employee was not, basically he didn't dismiss the news. He basically said it wasn't quite as far close as what people were saying, like it's a done deal. It's not a done deal yet, but there are talks ongoing, and West Ham really want to get this deal done, and we're only a few million apart now, so it does seem that we are edging closer. So hopefully by the time I record later on this evening, which will be I'll probably do a proper transfer update, got a goalkeeper update as well, so do tune in for that, which is going to be quite an interesting one for everyone, I think. I really do hope I've got some more positive news in this, because it does feel like it's getting pretty close now. Yes, that's where we are, obviously, as I say. Grand scheme of it, after what's happened with Jota, it feels like it's a bit meaningless. Reminds you of what's important in life, and it's looking after your family, your loved ones, and have a good one today. It is Friday. Try and enjoy it, and look, I'll have a video later on for you later on, and hopefully it's hopefully some good news coming your eyes.